Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia and this is the Frontline Changes report for the past 48 hours, for the past 2 days in the Ukraine war or the special military operation in Ukraine for the day 122-1 to 1222, and the first frontline change is over at Toretsk front. So this is Toretsk, and in the north of Toretsk, there is this frontline change. Geolocation of Russian forces at the northern street of Dilievka confirmed the Russians' full capture of Dilievka in the Toretsk front. So this is the second the second Dilievka that the Russians have captured in this sector, and advance is probably only 150 meters, but from the south is 640 meters. So depending on where you want to measure this. So the Ukrainians clearly just abandoned the position. Like I said, this is pretty undefendable. So this is kind of expected. So the capture of Dilievka is now confirmed. The other Dilievka is just next door, is over here. Is also captured, most likely captured by the Russian forces as well. So we move on to the next frontline change is over at Zerka. So Zerka is over in the north of Komar, at the Komar front. Zerka is here. So over this sector, I have reported this during the situation report. Russian forces geolocated in two different locations, confirming the Russians' capture of Zerka. So Russian forces advanced and predicted this to happen. I'm not sure if I actually already reported this in the Frontline Changes report, but no, in my arrangement of my reports, it seems like I haven't reported this. But if I do report this already, then I'm so sorry that I double reported this. But so this is Zerka. The next frontline change after Zerka is over at Melanivka. So this is at Huaypole, sector of the Zaporizhzhia front. At Melanivka, we finally have some updates. Ukrainian mapping, Deep State UA, have updated that the Russian forces have advanced further deeper. I think I should zoom out a bit. Deeper into the eastern part of Melanivka, and this mapping confirmed the Russians continue their battle of Melanivka, and in the Ukrainian mapping they also considered the entire field here. So this entire frontline change looks like this. If I zoom in a bit, we can actually do some measurements. The frontline change is around 800 meters, which means this is pretty contested. And given the fact that this update came a few days later since the last update, means that there is definitely some serious challenges that the Russian forces are facing to go deeper into this territory. So that's the frontline change at Melanivka. And there's one more last change is over at Kenyamske, also at the Zaporizhzhia front. Over here at Kenyamske, Russian forces replace the flag that is planted just off the bridge. Sorry for the zoom in zoom out, the mouse problem. So off the bridge, the Russian soldiers remove the Ukrainian flag and replace it with the Russian flag. This confirms the Russians advance and capture of the bridge, as well as some of these related positions southeast of the bridge. So this is definitely a little bit of the northern bridgehead. Most likely should be under Russian control because the Russian soldier looks super relaxed. So Ukrainian forces definitely stayed away. So advance is around maybe 400 meters. So that's the main frontline change in this sector. There is still some part of the southern half of Kenyamske over here, south of the river, that is still listed as under Ukrainian control on our mapping. So because we have no evidence to show that the Russians have captured this part, so we're going to leave it as Ukrainian control. So that's all for all the frontline changes in the past 48 hours, which is very, very little. There's hardly any frontline change, very little. So 0.624, 0.62 plus 4.86 plus 1.92. So total area captured is 7.4 square kilometers. So total is 7.4. So very small frontline change coming out in the past 2 days. So we shall see how this goes. Of course, if it's like if it is a 1 day thing and it's like a few months ago, this is probably still decent. But based on the trending nowadays, this is actually low, and also it's unclear if there is actually intel that is being kept from the open public, that we do not know what the frontline changes yet. But like I always say, the reality, the truth will always come out eventually. You can't hide it. So especially if the war is one-sided, but we shall wait and see. If not, then if this continue to be the case where the Russians is like stuttering, their offensive captures are stuttering, that means the Russians are either regrouping or facing some problems with the Ukrainians or with themselves. So anyway, let's see how this goes. Thank you for watching, and press the like button, subscribe. Happy birthday to you if your birthday today. Check out the DPA Open Mic. We have a very great session, and I'll see you guys in the next update.